Ta-da! We finally got it on. So I've got the battery going. You can see how the battery is connected. The cable for the inverter plugs in with that Anderson connector. And it connects in. The power was completed. The little computer board's back on. This is what this looks like when it's actually closed up. I don't have a fuse. I need to get a fuse. All that stuff that was on the door, that's a buck converter. That's going to take the 48 volts of the battery and turn it into 12 volts. The 12 volts on this connector will feed 12 volts for the building, which is all the water. So I actually, all the water I created in the shed is the same thing as an RV. So I have an RV pressure pump, 55 PSI. The composting toilet has a fan. That's 12 volts. So I think that's really the only thing that's in here that's 12 volts. But it's a 30 amp buck converter. The water pump only uses about 7 amps. So it's going to be more than fine. Next time we come up, we'll get that connected and I'll put the water in. The hot water tank goes outside. I hang it on the wall. That's propane.
It's junk out of the way.
Yeah, so that's gonna gonna make us hot water, and that's good for, I think it was 4 gallons a minute, which is way more than enough for a shower. And we get the 50.
Now where's that going? Outside?
That's gonna go outside, yeah.
Because this shed is getting smaller and smaller.
Well, I know, I gotta get it straight. The only thing that's gonna stay here pretty much is this.
It's fine.
We're stuck with this. This is how much space it takes. So let's turn it on and turn on the AC and actually see how this works. This is the first time you're going to do it live with you guys. I have no idea. So turn the inverter on.
If we blow up, we all blow up together, I guess.
Yep. Just got to give it a minute. It's got to go in and do its self-diagnostics before it even starts. So if we look at that, okay, so now it's inverting. It's starting to invert. So line 1 got 120 volts. Line 2, 120 volts. 60 hertz. 60 hertz. So there's a whole bunch of settings. There's 61 settings. So for right now, that's just the line. So now that we've got that on, we'll turn the shed. I actually supplied through the solar supply. Oh, we got power.
Oh, we got lights.
Light came on.
Nice.
Yep. So now that
now here's your AC remote.
Okay, I cheated. I've already turned it on once. I wanted to make sure everything was.
You did? I wasn't here. I didn't hear it.
Well, we can go outside and check to see if there's actually 220 running.
Where was I when you started that?
You were right. You were packing the car.
Oh, okay.
So this is the connector we used to backfeed. I used to backfeed the generator in through that. I know it's wrong, but I knew I was putting the solar. Afterwards, when we're building the house, I've got a 100-foot 50 amp cable that I'll be able to plug in here with a breakout box with multiple receptacles, even for 220 for welding. So when I bring that up here and we're building the house, the tiny house will actually feed all the power we need to build. So let's see. Yep, 235 volts. 234. Here's one leg, 120. And the other leg, 120. Can we see it? You see the screen? Yeah. So 120 volts, right? I can't tell because I can't see if I'm actually on the pins. Yeah, 119.3. That's fine. The only thing I do need to put is the ground rod. I need to attach the ground rod, but we're moving the shed next weekend. So once we move the shed further
next weekend.
Down, well, okay, one of the weekends we need to move the shed because the kitchen is actually where the shed sits right now for the build for the house. So before we ever start building, the shed has to move. I've got 6 trees that I'm going to cut down and move this further down. The only reason I said do it now is because then I can put the solar panel mount out there. I still have to drill a hole in the wall and put the connections for the solar panels.
Okay.
But I haven't done that yet. Let's see if the AC works. I'm anxious to see how much it draws. Oh, are the batteries dead in this? Oh no.
Oh, we could have taken the batteries out of it.
No, I shut the
Are you sure last winter we didn't take the batteries out?
I shut the breaker.
Oh.
So here it comes.
It's so quiet.
Well, it's not on yet.
No. I mean, the inverter is so quiet.
Well, it's not working hard yet. Once it starts working hard, then you'll know.
All right.
Because it's got a variable speed fan.
Right.
So it only gives you what you need. So it hasn't turned on yet.
I can feel cool air.
It hasn't turned on yet. I don't hear it.
Okay. I thought I felt cold air.
I mean, this is the first time we turned it on all winter, so we don't even know if it's actually had a problem over the winter, you know?
Oh, the lights are on up there. It says it's on. I thought I feel what's blowing. Something's blowing.
The fan for the inverter? Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, so now it's blowing.
Okay.
But the fan outside on the condenser is not spinning yet.
Oh. Well, it's the first time.
But that's so quiet, you don't even know if it's doing anything.
So yeah, neat. And our lights are working. Got the AC working. And then we'll soon to have our composting toilet connected. We've been using this little utility bucket with a toilet seat cover that my daughter gave me that when she used to go camping. That came in handy. It was pretty good. Okay, so what's the verdict?
What's the verdict?
Yeah.
The condenser is not spinning.
Uh-oh.
So, you know why?
Why?
Because we have it on heat. Because we were using it in the fall, so I need to turn it on.
Right.
Cool.
AC.
74.
Okay, something is doing.
76. Actually, I want to put it down 65 so it actually turns the AC on. That was my fault. So the unit is drawing 4%
You want me to get over there?
of the inverter. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you what the amperage is. It just says 4 and 6%. It doesn't tell me. Oh, 180 volt amps, 192 volt amps. Oh, it's 150 watts.
Okay.
149 watts on line 1, 156 watts on line 2. It's much easier to use this with the app. The app has a full chart and everything else, but the problem is you can't use the app at the same time we're taking a video. So it's starting. I just want to see if the evaporator comes on again. Yeah, condenser's on.
Condenser's on? Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna slowly make AC. Takes a minute. Like I said, we haven't used it all year, so
Right.
just takes time. And I think we had turned it on low fan because we didn't want.
Well, I feel something blowing.
This blows. This will blow forever. This will always blow.
No, it's coming from up there.
Oh, that's yeah, it is blowing.
Okay.
I'm just looking for the. Yep. So it's working, and it's not drawing nowhere near
I'm
what
not
I
sure
thought
the-
it would. I hate the way
remote.
this resets, though. I wish if you put it on the current drawer, it would just stay there. So while it's making cold air, line 1 is 167 watts. Line 2 is 180. So it's pretty balanced.
Okay.
Yep. So it works. Ta-da! We're back in
Wow.
business for the year.
Did a good job, Mike.
Yeah. With the app, I can do the calculation. It does it automatically. It'll tell you how long it will run at that current draw. So it'll tell you how many hours, days,
Yeah.
whatever. But this battery should run this unit for a few days, and with no solar. But the solar panels will be up here next week.
So Mike did this. This was his winter project. Look at this. He spent all winter long in the basement. You know, some people get, what do they call that? Seasonal depression.
I don't have.
He didn't have time to
I
have
don't
seasonal
have time for
depression. He beat his seasonal depression by working in a dark basement.
Yeah. Well, but Debit, this isn't
Look
the
at
only
that.
one.
Wow, he did a good job. Plus doing the batteries and all that.
Well, this
Yeah.
is one battery and inverter for the tiny house. We've got a 100 amp
Yeah.
inverter for the house with 10 batteries.
Now we
And-
just have to get the solar panels hooked up.
Up here, yeah.
Yeah.
Once the panels come up and the
So
rack is installed.
yeah, we'll probably come up still with the
problem.
generator. Probably
Oh,
bring
yeah,
the
it's cold.
generator up.
It's blowing cold air.
Nice,
I like it. Thanks, Rick.
Rick.
My boss. He's got me the.
You bought that.
The
Don't say he gave it to you,
Well, he
please.
didn't give it to me.
Before you
Yeah,
get
I
somebody
bought
in
it from
trouble.
him, but so that's cool. We'll have everything running soon.
Yeah.
And
So that's it. Now what's this called? What's same? Say the system.
it's an off-grid solar system.
Okay. And where'd you get this from?
This DG4 inverter came from Signature Solar out of Texas, and all the battery stuff. This shunt is from the Netherlands, and all the other stuff, the batteries,
Yep.
the BMS, that's all from China.
Yep. Well, good job.
So yeah, China. These are the same batteries they use in their version of a Tesla. And when they don't pass their standards, they sell them off as extra batteries. So I think these were supposed to be 300 amp hour batteries, and they market them as 280s. And I've tested them. I get like 280, 282, 285. But because it doesn't produce the 302 that they want to put in an electric car, they sell them as B-grade cells. But they're reasonably priced. I mean, if you buy them in bulk like I do, I get them for $106 a cell. So there's 16 cells per battery. It works. But yeah, this one's a little bit messy. It is what it is, but the version 2.0, if you will, that's much neater. You'll see that when we're putting that together for the house. I used a Dali BMS here. Dali's not bad, but the problem is their balancing feature stinks. So when you have one cell that's low and one that's high, it's supposed to take the energy from the high cell and move it to the low cell out of all 16, and it balances. The problem is Dali only balances when you're charging the battery. So if the cells charge and hit their maximum, it shuts off. So now when you deplete and start charging again, it'll slowly, over days of time, balance the system. The new BMS that I got came from Japan for the 10 batteries for the house. That one came from Japan. It's a JK BMS. That one will balance all the time, whether it's being charged or even while it's discharging. It'll actually transfer power between cells to balance them off. So.
And I even helped him on this battery.
You
want to see what I did? I put those yellow spaces. I cut those. Ooh, big help, huh?
Hey, she did it. I don't care. She made them. She cut the fiberglass. They're 32,000 thick fiberglass
That
sheets.
was hard. That was a lot of work.
Yep. So that's good. We've got everything going. I'm glad. I can actually feel the cool air.
Yeah.
It's working great.
Yeah, it is. And get the light to prove right there.
Yeah. So
Awesome
we
job.
still have to buy the light fixtures for the wall and the one for the ceiling.
Yeah, that's
But
no
we'll
problem.
do that.
Actually, we have one for the ceiling. It's on the counter over there.
Yep.
It's been there for a couple of years. But I'm going to try to get the water going in this for the kitchen sink and for the shower outside. We're going to try
Yeah,
that.
the pump is right there.
We just got so much to do. So, but anyway, join us every weekend.
Something new.
Yeah, because Mike works all week long. Here's
Matter of fact, it's Sunday and we're rushing home
He's
now.
got to go to
so we're
work.
gonna go back to work.
Yeah, he's going to work. Imagine that. Never gets a moment.
Hey, that's all right.
So-
we'll make it all work. In a few, hopefully in another 5-6 weeks, we'll have the excavator here, and we'll start ripping down all the trees in the back here.
First, we get that water going.
Yes, that's a week. That's a weekend project. Next weekend's Mother's Day, so we have to stop for one day for
We'll
Mother's
see.
Day.
If nobody wants to do anything for Mother's Day, I'll come up here and spend my Mother's Day here. I really don't care.
Yeah.
So,
Well, one full weekend, and the water system's done.
yeah.
All I've got to do is hang the hot water tank
Yeah.
outside, connect the lines, put the pump in, and run the power for it, and everything else is
Yeah.
done.
Nice.
The storage is in, and everything else. So
Well, if my daughter doesn't call me and wants to do something for Mother's Day, guess what? I'm going to be here. Same time,
We'll
same
get it
place. All right, guys.
all
We'll see you
right.
later. There goes my magic
ya.
hand saying bye.
Have fun. Yeah, it's drawing so little, it's not even turning the fan on the BMS.
Wow. Amazing.
I mean, I can't tell you what it is, how much it's using, but let's see. It's still 166 watts. So that's 2 amps. The air conditioning's on and
Yeah.
running,
I mean,
and it's literally drawing 2
Show
amps out of the
everybody.
battery. So 167 amps on line 1, 176 on line 2.
oh,
So that's 3 amps. 3
Yeah.
amps. So 3 amps is a 280 amp hour battery. If the air condition ran 24/7, that's days of runtime. But you
now
all
how
know
is
it's
this
not gonna run
working without a
24/7.
solar panel connected?
It's because it's
Just 'cause
draining
the
the battery.
batteries-
It's acting. It's
Oh,
acting like
I
it's
see, I see.
nighttime.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
it's at nighttime, it would be just working.
Right.
But and we've got. I just plug in a generator if I want to, and
Yeah.
I can charge the batteries from the generator. But now come up here with solar panels. We got solar panels here,
Yeah.
but these are only for 12-volt battery.
Yeah.
Voltage isn't high enough.
Oh, we'll have to bring
we
up
have to
the
charge.
rest.
This one charges. The solar panels have to be
Our garage is full of solar panels.
oh, yeah, we
So,
pallets of panels, so they'll be finding their way up here. But yeah, I think it's 450 volts. It's 500 volts open circuit, but I'm going to run it right around 430 volts at 10 amps. So that'll put 5 panels like that, we should be able to charge up. If I don't, doesn't matter. I'll add another string. I've got everything I need to just keep adding. I designed everything so that it's expandable, and when we run out, just daisy chain it away. These here, there's some connectors for a couple of cables. It comes with all the cables to expand. You just literally plug them together, and they'll actually phase each other together, and I can add up to 9 on this one. The one at the house, you can add 15 inverters together. But I mean, we'll never use that kind of power. So, we're going to let you go. Have fun and see you next weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.